Welcome back to What You Missed Gaming, the video game news show that knows it's dangerous to go alone and uninformed on the internet. So here, take this video game news with you and stay informed, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to What You Missed News, the gaming news show where I intentionally misspell something to see if anyone will figure it out in the comments below. Today's news stories range and are pretty broad in scope, so let's just jump right into it. The first news story I have is an accessory company suing Nintendo over the Nintendo Switch design. This is Game Vice, and Engadget reports that they filed a lawsuit against Nintendo because the design of its latest system being too similar to Game Vice's Android gaming tablet, the WikiPad. Now, the accessory company believes Nintendo violated a patent that the Switch and its detachable Joy-Con controllers are too close to what Game Vice had in mind for their portable device. Here's a picture of the Game Vice itself, and if you ask me, it seems more similar to the Wii U than anything else. If anything, it looks exactly like the Wii U pad, but this is an Android tablet. Now, you can check the image itself and compare it yourself, but I really do think it looks more like the Wii U. So if anything, I would be shocked if the suit ruled in Game Vice's favor, but instead Nintendo didn't countersue them for infringing on their patent. But then again, I'm not a lawyer and I don't know the law. So this is all speculation on my part, allegedly. Keep myself safe from lawsuits. Game Vice is demanding that Nintendo stop selling the Switch to cover all of the related costs to the lawsuit and pay the damages for infringing on the patent. Neither Game Vice or Nintendo have commented on the lawsuit, but when reached out to, Nintendo has stated that they have nothing to announce on this topic, which is typical when you're going through a lawsuit. You don't really talk about it because then it can be used in the court of law. So one thing I wanted to address is that this is an Android-based tablet device and the Nintendo Switch is not. It's not really an Android-based tablet device. It actually uses different types of technology, architectures, and combines them all together. It works with NVIDIA as well. But maybe the WikiPad does the same exact thing. I just don't think Nintendo used the exact same like Android operating system as the WikiPad. Maybe they did and I don't know anything. We'll see where this lawsuit goes, but I'm having a real tough time believing that Nintendo is going to be forced to remove the sales of their Nintendo Switch from shelves because of this lawsuit. So there was another article written about why PC games are better than consoles, and this is from Business Insider, Tech Insider, and this is kind of an old article, but it's very interesting and funny to see these articles being recycled over and over and over again. It's really just to piss off console players, because I'm pretty sure most console players realize that yes, indeed, PC gaming is better. It just is. It's infinitely better. You can do more things on a PC, and generally speaking, because of the PC's cost being lowered to a ridiculous dirt poor amount, you could buy a PC from 2010 and still be gaming today. That's pretty interesting, and it would be dirt cheap, just as cheap as a console. So a lot of people defend consoles in various ways, but at the end of the day, most people accept the fact that PC gaming is better. It has infinite possibilities, really your choice whether you want a PC game or not, but PC gaming has evolved and is not limited to sitting behind a desk anymore. You can hook it up to your main TV, get a wireless mouse and keyboard, and play with a controller. And basically, thanks to Steam, you have big picture mode. You can even play pretty much like a console. I just find it funny that these articles keep getting recycled. There's No Man's Sky update, and it's live now, and it adds multiplayer and 30 hours of story. Wow, that sounds really, really great. But when I went over and I checked an IGN article, in the final paragraph, they summarized it, and they said this. That being said, in regards to their article about the updates for No Man's Sky, that being said, if you didn't like No Man's Sky at launch, I'm not sure the updates and the changes it's received so far will be enough to bring you back yet. The core experience hasn't changed. There's just more stuff surrounding it to keep you occupied. But if you're like me and fell off due to boredom rather than distaste, then the Atlas Arises update is a great time to jump back in and see what a year's worth of updates has turned No Man's Sky into. So there you go. Basically what they're saying is that if you didn't like the core mechanics of the game, if you didn't like mining, upgrading your ship, exploration, and finding different things, then you probably won't like the updates, because all the updates are doing is surrounding the core mechanics, and there you go. I'm not going to buy No Man's Sky. I'm not going to check into the updates. I already tested it out. I already played a bit of it, and I don't want anything to do with it. I think whatever this company had going on, if they were smart, they would have postponed the release of this game and then released it later on, because everything they're doing now, it's nice that they're supporting the game still, but it's really ultimately not doing anything because the player base has fallen off. You only have the cult following out there who want to play it, and unfortunately the mainstream people, the people who who were interested in this game to begin with, they got burnt because they paid a good chunk of money for this game and it wasn't what you promised. And so that's how I feel, and I know a lot of people feel that way. So LimitedRunGames.com has put out something very unique. It is a PS4 version of Night Trap, and it's a limited run version. Now, when I went to cover the story, even when I picked up on it and figured out that this was, you know, actually a thing that was happening, it was actually sold out. So you might want to bookmark the site to see if they ever get any more in here. These are standard limited 5,000 copies available worldwide. This is the 25th anniversary edition physical disc for the PlayStation 4. This is a Sega CD game originally, if I recall, and it's a cult classic. A lot of people really enjoy it, but ultimately it is kind of those button press timed event games. It's almost like quick time events for today, but a little bit different because Sega CD. It's a game that a lot of people did enjoy and want to buy because the remaining inventory is at 0%. So I find it ironic and funny that older games like Sega CD games are being able to be ported over to newer systems like the PS4, but not in an official sense. So there was a Dota 2 playing robot that beat all the pros at the International. Are we going to keep developing these AI robots, or are we going to give that up and not become enslaved to robots in the future? I don't know, we'll just leave that to science, right? The artificial intelligence company OpenAI created a bot that is taking down the top Dota 2 players in the International of 2017. So the OpenAI's aforementioned Dota 2 bot faced off against the most famous player in the world on the main stage. It was a 1v1, and the bot learned from playing against itself in multiple lifetimes worth of matches, because once again, robots don't need to sleep, robots don't need to rest. So this thing could have been going for, you know, a number of years just playing against itself, and that's its only job, its only course in life. So in a promo video before the match, it was shown that the bot was beating some of the world's top players. What ended up happening in a match against Dendi, the world's most famous player, the bot executed an impossible perfect creep block, perfectly balanced creep aggro, and even recognized and canceled Dendi's healing items. And the bot quickly bested Dendi in 2 matches, leaving Dendi to say, quote, "It's too strong." So you can see the footage of those 2 matches on the Dota 2 Rapier's channel. So there's that. OpenAI's next goal is to be infinitely more complex with a 5v5 match, noting that it might have something ready for next year. But that's next year. It's insane to see that artificial intelligence bots are getting so good at games that they can destroy professional gamers. I think it's pretty unfair to go against an artificial intelligence AI robot that does nothing but play these games, because professional players, even if that's all they do in life, they still need to eat and sleep and, you know, do different things. Even if they are professionals, they still need to take time out to do those things. So it's a very unbalanced experience. IGN released an article detailing how competitive Pokemon works, and it has become infinitely more complex than when I was involved in it. I stopped playing competitive during Heart Gold and Soul Silver times, so I'm not really into the competitive scene, and I've never was to begin with. I was really good at Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I was good at the previous competitive iterations of Pokemon, and I got real good, so good that almost no one could beat me, especially when I decided to stop playing. It just wasn't fun anymore. With a prize pool of $500,000, it's not really surprising that people go out there and learn the competitive works. I mean, you get 500 grand for winning one tournament, man. You're pretty much set up for the next 10 to 20 years of life. You could buy a house, a couple cars, you'll be good to go, man, and you might end up just needing a simple part-time job after winning a tournament like that to survive. So it's really no surprise to me to see people being very competitive in Pokemon. It's just not my thing. And finally, I want to conclude on the article on how to get the Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon form of the Dusk Lycanroc. You guys remember Carrot Top? That guy, yeah, the dog that ate too many carrots? Well, of course, you're going to have to go and buy the Ultra Sun and Moon versions of the game, and you will get a special Rockruff via the Nintendo Network starting on launch day. Now, I remember that this was done with a Genesect before, so this really isn't a surprise to me. If you want more details on this, you can come to the article and you can see it. It's been revealed that the new Lycanroc form will have Tough Claws, which is an ability that boosts the power of direct contact moves. A lot of people are interested in getting this form of Lycanroc, not only for collection sakes, but for battling online. If you're interested in getting getting the new Dusk form of Lycanroc. All you have to do is buy Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon and then get it off the network day one. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this segment of What You Missed News. I hope it caught you up on all the gaming events, and make sure to leave me a like if you did. I really do appreciate your support, and thank you for watching. I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, God bless, and once again, thanks for watching.